Today I will be talking about the new lackey and one class for the card review. So I've already talked about all the cards in the previews, and in this video I will be talking about the lackey if you didn't see my previews, and I will be giving the ratings for the Druid class. And then the next class will be the next video, and so on and so forth. The neutrals, I do its own review video as well. So let's jump straight into it. The Draconic Lackey, if you haven't seen it, the one cost 1/1. Battlecry, discover a dragon. An interesting lackey to get into the lackey pool. I think it might actually hurt Zoo Warlock a little bit, because dragons are generally big, and Warlock doesn't like to get too many big things. So I don't know if it's necessarily a good thing for them. So I did want to mention I am doing these when the cards have already been released and have been out for a while now. So I should be able to get more insight on it, because normally people do these before the cards release, but I was a bit late on it because of school and other things. So getting into it now. So let's talk about the Druid cards. Breath of Dreams. 2-cost Druid spell. Draw a card. If you're holding a dragon, gain an empty mana crystal. So this is basically better version of the pre-nerfed Wild Growth. I could see it being in some kind of Dragon Druid. I haven't seen any Dragon Druid yet, but overall, I think it's a pretty solid card. I give it 3 stars. So, the rating system is 1 star is get rid of it, 2 stars it's pretty bad, 3 stars is playable, 4 stars is very good, and 5 stars I rarely give, which is basically one card that builds an entire deck, is how I do that. So I give it 3 stars for being playable. It's a pretty solid card. Emerald Explorer, 6-cost, 4/8 taunt. Battlecry, discover a dragon, and itself is a dragon. A very strong discover card. Maybe pushing for a dragon type of Druid. I haven't really seen any yet. The Druid that is very popular is Token Druid still, and I believe a Highlander Druid is quite popular at the same time as well. Would this make it into a Highlander Druid? Probably not. Token Druid? Probably not. But overall, it is still a pretty solid card, so I give it 3 stars for being playable. Secure the deck. Side quest, attack twice with your hero reward. Add 3 claw spells to your hand. A relatively simple side quest to finish. It will only take about 2 turns if you're really trying to focus on it. Not too much to say about this. I don't see this going in any type of Druid deck, sadly. It's simple to do, but the claws are iffy and it's not amazing. So I'd give it 2 stars. It's not that great. Aeroponics, 5-cost Druid spell. Draw 2 cards. Cost 2 less for each treant you control. Very strong card for a treant deck. Very much pushing for a treant deck. I honestly still think a treant deck could still be a thing, because I think there's enough support for it. And this is a great card draw card. So I give it 4. Aeroponics gets 4 stars. It's a very solid card. Embiggen. Give all minions in your deck +2/2. They cost 1 more. A very strong effect. Costing 1 more really isn't that big of a deal. I don't know if it's necessarily going to see any play anywhere. Token Druid really doesn't help Token Druid that much. Highlander, no, probably not. It's a decent card, but I just don't see it seeing any play in this meta right now. It might later on, but I don't think in this meta it's gonna find itself around. So I give it 3 stars for playable. Shrew Battery. Battery. There's 2 T's in there. They're hidden. 2 cost 1/1 Druid minion. Battlecry summon a 2/2 Treant. More Treant support. This is basically a 2 cost 3/3, which is very strong. More Treant support. Overall, strong 2 cost. 3 stars. Maybe it summons something. Might be token thing. I don't know. But I give it 3 stars for playable. 1 cost Druid side quest, strengthen numbers. Spend 10 mana on minions. Reward summon a minion from your deck. It's not too difficult to do that in like a bigger deck. Token Druid might have difficulties with this. I could see this being run in a Highlander Druid though. But then you might be running the risk of pulling out your Zephyrus from this, and then you don't get the Battlecry, which could just be an overall bad time. So maybe that wouldn't be running a Highlander. I don't know what kind of deck would run it, but it's an okay card. I mean, would you rather play this? Would you rather just play a minion? I don't know if it's that great, but I will still give it 3 stars for playable. I still think it could be a viable card somewhere for a Druid deck. Tree Enforcements. 1 cost Druid spell. Choose one, give a minion +1 health and taunt, or summon a 2/2 Treant. More Treant support. Overall, relatively decent, honestly. There isn't too much to say about it. Great flexibility. I give it 4 stars. It's actually pretty strong just because of the sheer amount of flexibility on it. And it's 1 cost 2/2 basically. So it's very strong and great flexibility. So 4 stars. Very good. Guru the Might. Oh my. Wait. Shouldn't there be 2 T's there? So it's Mighty Tree. Instead it's my tree. It's kind of weird. Okay. 7 cost 5/10 Druid minion with taunt. Battlecry for the rest of the game. Your treants have +1/+1. More good treant support. A better version, basically a better version of Ancient of War, because this has a Battlecry. An Ancient of War, its Battlecry is either +5 health and taunt, which is literally what this is, or you get 5 attack, which no one ever does. It's normally a 7 cost 5/10 taunt. So this is just technically just a better version of Ancient of War. So you can get some really strong plays once you have this. You do this, turn 7, turn 8, you force aid. 5/3/3 treants. That's a lot of value. Yeah, honestly, I do think this is a very strong card. I want a treant deck to be a thing. I've always wanted treant deck to be a thing. So I'm very hopeful that this will finally push. And I still haven't seen anything, but I'm hopeful. So I give this 4 stars. It's very good. And last but not least, for the Druid cards, Ysera Unleashed. 9 cost, 4/12 Legendary Dragon. Oh yeah, Legendary Minion. My bad. You can tell. So Legendary Dragon, Battlecry, shuffle 7 Dream Portals into your deck. Which, what they are when drawn, summon a random dragon. That's a lot of value. Honestly, I would say this version of Ysera is better than the neutral version of Ysera, which the neutral version of Ysera can give you a lot of good value as well, but I think I'd rather play this because of all that, because summoning a random dragon, dragons are always really big, generally. They're really strong. So, really good card. I honestly think Ysera Unleashed goes into the Highlander Druid. So for that, I give this Ysera Unleashed 4 stars. Very good, very strong, lots of value. Highlander / Control Druid would probably run this because you're getting plenty of value out of this. So very good. Next time, I will talk about the Rogue cards, which has the first Glock Rond for the review. See you then.